For young people today, finding happiness has become increasingly challenging and nuanced compared to previous generations. Economic instability, the pervasive influence of social media, heightened psychological pressures, and weakened social structures contribute to a complicated landscape that has taken a toll on the lives of young people everywhere around the world. However, there is one particular country, according to an extensive study, that may be home to the happiest population under 30 in the world. And that begs the question, what conditions make life there so drastically different from the rest of the world, allowing this nation to find more happiness? Much like all the other statistics about countries around the world that we are most often wary about, is any of this actually true? Well, in our final adventure for our summer season of Yes Theory takes us all the way to the small but mighty nation of Lithuania in Northern Europe. Ammar and Staffan went on this adventure together, with their only plan being maximum spontaneity and only taking recommendations for what to do from the strangers that they meet in their time in the country.
Hey guys, can I ask you a quick question? We read on the internet that Lithuania is the happiest country for people under 30 to live in.
No, probably not.
Really?
I believe that's true.
Yeah?
I wouldn't say so.
You wouldn't say
That's
so.
why I moved out.
Well, I'm quite happy, so perhaps it is.
The food is great. The people are way friendlier than you would expect.
Yeah.
Lots of career opportunities. I don't know, I like it. I think it's great to be here now. The economy is growing fast. Young people have lots of things to do.
Is it the happiest country?
Actually, my major is psychology, and when that news got out, we all were talking about with professors if that was true.
And what was the answer?
And however, all of our group, we all agreed that that's probably not really true.
If you were to like snap your finger to add something to the culture, what would you add?
Maybe some tolerance.
Tolerance, more acceptance between...
Yeah.
But it feels like things are moving, things are happening.
Generational trauma is being broken.
Amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, brother.
We're here making an episode about young people in Lithuania.
Oh, is it because of the happiest in Europe, right?
Yeah, man.
Is it?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. We're always welcoming because we come from like a very strict environment.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to change that, I think. We got sick of that, so now we're all like opposite of that.
Welcoming the world. Nice.
Sorry guys, we just waited for our turn. We wanted to be polite. We're really sorry.
Well,
we are in Lithuania because we heard that Lithuania is the happiest country in the world for young people. Do you agree?
I would say yes, yeah. Especially our father had a real suppression. I guess we are like the generation that is going beyond that and from it, just rising and trying to find beautiful things and simple things. So yeah.
A lot of Lithuanians we spoke to referred to the troubled times of this country's past and how that may have affected where it is today. During most of the 19th century, Lithuania was under Russian rule. Under this regime, their culture, language, and religion were all suppressed. Throughout the 20th century and the World Wars, Lithuania fought for independence but was continuously put under Soviet rule. It was only March 11th, 1990 that they finally declared full independence, becoming the first Soviet republic to do so. With only the past 30 years to redefine this country's identity, it raises the question of how Lithuania has changed in that short amount of time to now be considered the happiest place in the world for this new generation.
what are you doing at 4 p.m. tomorrow?
Oh my god, for you guys nothing.
Okay.
First few hours in Vilnius. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Vilnius.
Vilnius? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm 100% sure.
I don't know if
I'm
trust
100%
if
sure.
We're there to meet this lovely lady over here, Christina.
Hi there.
My friend said that.
Welcome to Lithuania.
Thank you.
Vilnius.
Vilnius.
Vilnius, yeah.
Vilnius.
Not Vilnius.
Oh my god.
It's not that soft.
Yes.
I have something to say. I know you.
What's your name?
My name is Kipros.
Kipras.
Yeah.
Beautiful name.
Everyone here's vibe is just incredible.
So, over lunch with Christina, they began to brainstorm a plan of how they could throw an event to get to know more young people that live here and ask them what makes Lithuania so great.
A party here in the city, they have to design like the greatest 2-day trip in Lithuania.
Alright, we spent the last hour trying to figure out how we're gonna explore why this is a really happy country and get to see just the best of its people, the best of its places. What we're thinking is the only way we know how to do things, just put a big group of people in the same room, let the serendipity just dictate what we do for the rest. And Christina here, she saw real time what it means to be showing up to a place with absolutely no plan.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, theory is super fun.
Before the next step of the plan,
I want to tell you about a travel hack that I discovered 4 years ago, and it's changed the way I travel ever since. So as you see in our travel, a lot of times we end up in the middle of nowhere, and we need our phones connected to the internet to be able to navigate, to be able to translate, and with Wi-Fi and roaming, that can often be either unreliable or very expensive. A few years ago, I discovered Airlo, which is the service, also a mobile app, that allows you to install eSIM cards for anywhere in the world on your phone before you even get there. An eSIM is a pre-installed SIM card on your device, which means that you don't have to worry about dealing with physical SIM cards like you used to. Years before we started working with Airlo as a sponsor, I was personally a user, and I literally told every single traveler that I know about Airlo. And now they get to support our work and sponsor videos like this. Airlo is super easy to use. Just download the app, search from more than 200 countries and regions to find your destination, and then follow the instructions to have your eSIM ready for instant connectivity as soon as you land. Airlo prices are some of the best out there. And the good thing is that if your trip ends up extending, then you can easily extend or top up your package on the app. The only thing is that you gotta make sure that your device is compatible with eSIMs, because not all of them are. Most of them are, but not all of them, so you gotta check. So if you have a trip coming up and you wanna try one of our favorite travel hacks, then make sure that you scan this code on the screen right now. Click the link in the description and use code YesTheory3 for $3 off your first eSIM purchase.
The first step was to figure out a venue to host this event.
What's happening, Ammar?
I've been put in touch with this guy Fady, who apparently is like just runs the social scene in Vilnius, and he owns like a bunch of restaurants and clubs. So I feel like he'd be a pretty good person to kind of potentially give us a space for tomorrow.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Welcome to Vilnius.
And he recommended that they check out this venue as a potential location to host this event.
Hello, hello guys.
Apparently you guys are the happiest, so.
Really?
Apparently.
Oh yeah, the studies. I'm very happy here. This is definitely happening.
I mean, you guys, everybody, like at this point, you know that I'm obsessed with the concept of third spaces, and talk about a unique place for gathering and hanging out that is not like a closed bar or club. This is pretty incredible. So this is like a spot for cultural events, right?
Yes, 100%.
And these are like offices during the day.
Yeah.
Then once the day is over, they utilize this space for people to have concerts and different events.
So, 4 o'clock tomorrow?
Sure. All right.
Let's go!
It's also, I mean, the country itself is like 30-something years. They're just starting there, and I think that's the exciting thing with like the lives of young people here, is that it feels like this is the first generation that can really manifest a lot of like their dreams and the things that they want to create for their country. But their parents and their grandparents were banned from practicing their own culture, from practicing their religion.
Restricted from traveling to other countries,
Yeah.
only within the Soviet then.
Yeah, it's a comeback story for Lithuania.
So they went to Instagram to post about the meetup, and the next day went to the venue to see how many young Lithuanians would show up.
All right, we are headed to Meetup at the terrace, which we have no idea how many people are gonna show up to. Just kick off our adventure out there.
Okay, let's do it.
There's plenty of people outside.
Ooh, whoa. It's a lot of people.
From the streets to the event.
A lot of people. Some love for you guys for just showing up. Before we get into this discussion, I just want to give a shout out to the youngest person to ever show up to. Thanks, buddy.
What's his name? Joris.
Yeah, we read about a month ago, this country was the best place to be for people under 30 in the world, in true Yes Theory fashion. Yeah, so that's why we just wanted to kind of meet everyone and get to hear from Lithuanians, from young Lithuanians, what they think of their life here and whether it does match the article or not. So if you strongly agree, raise your hand. Okay, and neutral, it's like okay.
And nobody's disagreeing. Wow.
Nobody.
If someone has a strong opinion about this article or life here, I would love to for you to stand up and we can discuss. Go for it.
Having spent a year in America,
What I came to appreciate in Lithuania is the connection with nature, right? You can like go to a lake, go to a beautiful forest.
Lithuania has a very big appreciation for freedom because it's so hard fought for. So our parents, our older brothers have fought for that freedom. But like I said, there is some still problems with a young country. Let's say like if you look at the suicide rates in Lithuania, especially with young people, it's quite high. So in the happiest country in the world, would that be the case? Yes, we're quite happy as young people here, but we're still facing some problems. So I think neutrality, that's what I choose right now.
What we have here now is the best life ever. Lithuania was never as good as it is now. However, all of us are realizing that we can lose this very fast, the same way Ukraine has lost it like this.
I wasn't actually planning to really say much, but since it started being about Ukraine a little bit, I'm personally from Ukraine, but I still have so much gratitude to this country for actually accepting and showing support in so many different ways to me, to my family, to all of the Ukrainians that have come here, because I understand there are a lot of us. We literally flushed into your country and you have given us so much support. I just wanted to say thank you for making us feel at home here, even though it's not our original home. Thank you.
You guys can stay as long as you need, because we love all of you guys. Slava Ukraini!
The girl from Ukraine, I'm from Belarus. Lithuania is the country which gives me freedom instead of 15 years of prison. And I really want to thank you for accepting of us, because I feel already that Vilnius is my home, and that's a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it gives me goosebumps to just hear how open and accepting, and people from all sides of the conflict are just expressing gratitude for the city, for this country.
For me, one of the most important things in Lithuania are singing. I was thinking maybe we can show a snippet how we sing. Mūsų dienos kaip šventės, kaip žydėjimas ryškios.
I love that.
The reasons why Lithuanians are happy is because we prioritize our mental health and experiences over physical stuff. For example, we prioritize exploring the world instead of buying an expensive car on an apartment in our 20s. And I work at Tingly, a company that wants to promote experiential gifts over physical stuff, and that's why we resonate with your whole philosophy of saying yes. And because of that, we really want to give you this gift to have a Lithuanian experience tonight. I think the name once in a lifetime says it all. So
this was the perfect segue. Oh, thank you.
This was the perfect segue, because we have no plan and we're staying until Saturday. So we would love, if someone feels very, very strongly that there's an experience that Yes Theory has to have in Lithuania, stand up and let us know. And out of the things that people suggest, that's probably what we'll end up doing.
The Lukiškės Prison, it's like 2 kilometers from here. But yeah, the main thing is it was like really rough prison back in the days, and right now it's like very, very popular, very important cultural spot. Concerts happening there every evening, people come to the bar having fun, and it's about transformation, you know, from the rough place to a party place.
I have a stutter. So we have an event that's called Balta Vasara, which translates to white summer, and we have a dancing party that is in white clothing. So if you would like to come, all of you are invited. So yeah.
Trakai Castle. It's very like short drive away. You can go there.
I wanna ask a question. Who here thinks that they are? who here thinks that they are like just really, really scared of heights? Someone who's just struggled with that their whole life.
If you feel like I'm afraid of heights, keep your hand up. Yeah, keep your hand up.
She doesn't want to raise the hand, but I'm
so that's who I'm looking for. The person
That
who
is
actually
over here.
is. Do you want to come up here?
Who didn't raise their hand before, but you are truly afraid of heights and want to raise your hand now.
I see someone pointing there. Well, tell me more about your fear of heights.
I think I have vertigo. Like every time I look down, it starts like moving up and down, it's really bad.
We want to welcome. Gosh, I see myself in you, but go on. Hey man, what's your name?
Nicholas.
And your name is?
Laura.
Laura.
Hi.
So right before this, actually, these two lovely ladies came up to us and they offered us a really cool experience to get in a hot air balloon and be over that castle in the island tonight.
Oh.
So since that also came up, we just wanted to take two people where the experience can be transformational for them. So that will be that will be both of them.
How are you feeling?
I'm great. I'm like shaking, but I think I have no choice but to say yes.
We gotta seek discomfort, right?
Right? Yeah.
Let's move to the park and then we'll hang out there until we have to leave.
Whoever needs to log in, guys, and thank you for coming.
After spending some time getting to know some of the Yes Fam members, they made their way to the hot air balloon launch location.
Hello, how are you? Good, how are you? David, nice to David.
Putting us up in the air.
Yeah, thank you for flying with us.
Look who we have here.
Wow. Hi guys.
Hi guys. Hello.
Ready to conquer some fears or what?
Yeah.
He told me he shared a beautiful story with me right after we did the pics.
My godfather, he died a couple of years ago, but he used to be like a balloonist, and every time we would go to his place, he would be like, "Hey, we're going on a balloon. Do you want to go with us?" And I was like, no. I was too scared as a child, and I never did. Then he passed away, and I felt like, oh, I could never like get a tribute out of this. And then now it's like, it feels like I'm fulfilling something that I always wanted to. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
From the air.
Exactly. What's his name?
Arturas.
Arturas. Wow, that's a beautiful story, brother. And this is the 572nd time Ammar put someone up in the sky.
My favorite thing to do. It truly is. It truly is. Usually if you're up in the air in any kind of airborne vehicle, it's usually very loud. Here, of course, you're still gonna hear the sound of the gas going into the balloon, but there's a lot of moments where it's complete silence. And it's silence that you've almost never experienced before because you're above everything. So the stillness that you get to feel is like unreal.
Amazing. I'm really actually excited now. Like, I'm still trembling.
Yeah.
But
They're seeing where the direction of the wind
Yeah.
is. We're gonna be in one like this, but just a bit bigger.
When you take off, you don't really control where the balloon is going. That's why they are seeing how fast the wind is going, so they can decide where we're gonna take off from. Because based on that, that's where we're gonna land. You can just control your elevation, but no steering. Balloonists are some of the most like knowledgeable people of wind patterns, and they have really good intuition too, of like predicting. So yeah, hopefully, hopefully.
Wish us luck. Ready to go.
I'm giving you a 99% of a chance that we will fall on the side and we'll get dragged. Please, everyone come closer, closer.
God damn.
I'm scared, but it's okay.
The most extreme way to get over your fear of heights.
Let's overcome those fears. Let's go.
Ready? Yeah! Here we go. Here we are.
Nicholas and Laura, your challenge of overcoming your fears may begin.
I'm not gonna look down.
Wow, we're over the treetops now. We're crossing the treetops.
Look at this one.
This is why I love taking people up in the air.
Have you beat your fear?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big leap towards it. I can tell you that much.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy. But it's not as like scary.
A big thing that came up today from the group, which is like the nature in Lithuania, and be able to really experience the forest and the greenery and the beautiful sunset is, I think it's a really good way to start our trip.
Is it anything you would like to say to Arturas?
All that doubt
that was what was holding me back, and now like, I feel proud that, you know, it's something that he really wanted me to do. Seek Discomfort.
You did it, man. You did it, bro.
We can segue into the merch.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, this is how close we are. We're in their backyard.
When he, laughing, but he said it was one of the more tough flights.
Okay, this is brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
Laura, we had yesterday, we've been following you for a year. We would never put you in any kind of situation. Trust the process. Where are we landing? Over here. Okay, hold tight, everyone. Right. Hold tight.
Hold on tight. Hold on.
Hold tight. Hold.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Honestly, this tree did us well.
Okay, so last night on our way back from ballooning, we decided to check out the nightlife vibe here. And while we're walking, we ran into someone who came up to us to say hi. Her name is Victoria. We had a great conversation and we invited her to go to the castle today that everybody said that we should go to, and it came up multiple times at the meetup yesterday. So let's do it. Well, so one of the things that I want to like get deeper into is this concept of freedom and how it connects to people's happiness here.
Every generation of our people have been participating in a war, so that makes it way more big, real. Yeah.
How is that connected to Lithuania being the happiest country in the world?
I think when you know that some danger is present pretty close, it makes you live more.
Okay, what does it say?
So it says your parents were fighters and you are fighters as well. You are the inheritors of freedom and independence, and you have to keep this principle and make it safe.
Good message.
Thanks, sir. I love that they feel very connected with the space, with their land and with their nature. You know, we've heard from a few people yesterday that part of the culture is reclaiming old spaces that didn't have, you know, the best use in Soviet times. And I think right after this we're actually gonna go check one out. It used to be a prison during Soviet times, was active, and now it's like a cultural center where artists can go perform and do workshops and have lectures. So as someone who is very passionate about spaces and about third spaces specifically, which is where you spend the most time after where you live and where you work, I really love to see that happening on like a national level. So yeah, let's check out this castle and then go to the prison.
Thank you.
This was an active prison until 2019, so not so long ago.
Hi again.
Katrina was one of the first YesFan members we met on the streets when we were out walking, and now we're going to prison
Here
together.
we are. Let's go. My name is Martina. I'm gonna show you around the prison.
Perfect.
It's fine, it's fine.
Unreal.
Yeah,
That's
right?
amazing. I'm so inspired right now. Okay, what we were talking about earlier, right? Reclaiming space, turning something that like a dark history into this like hub of culture is amazing. Wow. Everything is as is from 2019, so same like steel armored doors.
This is where the inmates were living, and that's their rooms, so you can take a look.
It's a bit eerie feeling.
Right?
But down there is like party and music and...
Yeah.
Is this intact from when someone was here?
It was recreated.
Recreated, okay.
But all of the stuff is original.
Wow.
So we do not forget the past. We talk about it, we learn about it, and then we go outside to enjoy ourselves. Have you heard of Stranger Things?
Yes.
Yeah.
A part of season 4 of Stranger Things was actually filmed in this prison, and Netflix was looking for a prison in Soviet Union, and here we go, we have an empty prison. So
wow.
Those are the exercise yards for the prisoners, but at the moment we use it for exhibitions. If you walk around the courtyards, you can find stories of 40 people who saved other people during World War II.
This art was actually made by prisoners, and this is where they used to work out.
That actually...
You wanted to recommend Hits of Crosses?
Yeah, it's an amazing place. You can feel like all of those people who came there and kind of put a cross, and all of them had some kind of a hope, some kind of a wish. And when you get there, it's not as much about the religion, but it is as much about like people's hopes and dreams and what they wished for.
Amazing. Excited to check it out.
Wow, from prison out here was there was a shift, yeah.
Yeah. You feel happier, right?
Yeah.
This is the second night in a row where we come and there's a completely different activity. Like yesterday was karaoke here, tonight I think it's just a group of homies playing together. Such a cool vibe. I don't drink, I don't feel so comfortable in drinking environments, but it really feels like people are here to just enjoy themselves. You know, drinking is like something that's happening on the side. It's not the main activity that they're coming together around. And there's no one who's belligerent, there's nobody acting weird, just good vibes. I think this is probably why they're happy people.
So the next day, in continuing to follow the travel advice of all the Lithuanians they'd met, they ventured out to another location that had been highly recommended, the Hill of Crosses. They once again wanted to bring along some Yes Fam members to help them understand the context, so they were joined by Robertas and Emilia.
Hi man, good to see you.
And drove a few hours north of where they were staying. The Hill of Crosses is a culturally significant site where hundreds of thousands of crosses have been placed by Lithuanians over the decades, but mostly during the Soviet era. The crosses had many meanings, including mourning fallen rebels and defying the ban on religion. During the Soviet occupation, people would climb to the hill under the cover of night, risking their lives just to place their cross on the hill. And it remains today as a symbol of resistance, hope, and resilience.
Every single cross that you see here, imagine it has its own story. Like every cross is unique. It might be like a silent prayer or like something for victory, like anything.
You were not allowed with religion at that time as well, if I understand. The Lithuanian people were like suppressed to have their own beliefs.
The army itself were protecting it. So imagine you have Lithuanians who are scared to death to do that. Like you get very harsh punishments. And you still go at night and put a cross just because you believe, you have hope, you believe in your country, your freedom. So love and faith just blossom here, like, you know, in the most darkest possible times. So, yeah, so it's pretty amazing.
We decided to drive to Kaunas. I hope I'm saying that right. It's the second largest city in Lithuania. We're gonna go eat and then go rest for a bit and then gonna go surprise one of the Yes Fam members that came to the meetup and invited us to this party that she's organizing for the first time. And as people who have organized parties a lot of times in a lot of places, we just wanted to show up and support. So that's what we'll be doing.
So this is your other life, real estate designer by day,
Yes.
DJ by night, and thanks for having us.
Thank you for showing up. It means the world. Like every second of the day, I'm pinching myself because it doesn't seem real.
50 years ago, this bunker was used to make weapons. Now
during the occupation.
Yes, during occupation. Yes. And now it's for people to dance.
Another transformation of a space from something that was super dark to just like a place of culture and gathering.
Yeah.
From yesterday. Yes, sir.
Like, it's bonfire, it's people talking to each other, people are inviting each other. We came in, people were welcoming, and definitely one of the most open, generous, kind countries I've ever been to.
Our parents, our grandparents, they were in such a strong and strict regime like the Soviet Union. Like in this generation, you're more likely to succeed when you lift each other's up, and that I think is the whole thing of history.
This is like one of the happiest travel experiences that we've ever had. Yes. So it is. I think the article.
The last few months have been some of the most fulfilling travel stories and experiences we've ever had. We ventured into some of the world's most remote corners, deep into countries that most would judge from afar and never consider stepping a foot into, but most importantly, met and got to know strangers we now consider friends in places we would never have expected to find them. Yes Theory's mission today is ultimately to bring the world closer together by telling stories that highlight the shared humanity we tend to so quickly forget in our day-to-day. We're constantly bombarded with bleak images of our world, but we must not forget that this is nowhere near the full picture. This will be the only video that we post in August, as we are about to take a break to rest, recover, and reflect. But we'll be back with more adventures in September. The turnout for Seekers Day last week was truly incredible. We're so thankful for all of your support and can't wait to see more Seek Discomfort gear repped by all of you around the world. We'll see you all in September.